Good afternoon. I'm going to keep my remarks a little bit short, but I really do want to thank Secretary Noem for being here. Thank you for the support you've given us from day one and your investment, not just of time here, but time with the leadership teams. But your attendance here today means a lot to us and greatly appreciate it. Senator, I can't thank you enough. Congressman, I can't thank you enough for the support that you've given beyond this facility. But specifically today, I do want to focus on Monarch Hall and Advanced Training Center. But I think it's important to understand that we would not exist without Senator Capito's support, not just financially through appropriations, but the conversations behind the scenes, learning about our organization. I'm in a unique position. This is my first event, by the way. I'm in a unique position coming up through the organization where I got to see the senator come out in the field when I was a sector chief, and she just wanted to learn. I want to thank you for that, because that is really getting to know what's behind the curtain is the important part. There was prepared remarks for me up here, and I'm probably going to blow them off. That's kind of the way I usually do things. Because as I was listening and I was walking around, even talking to some people coming in here, I want you to know how important this facility is. Not just Monarch Hall. We're here to do a ribbon cutting on Monarch Hall, but can't even say it. Monarch Hall is just one more spoke in this wheel that CBP has of investing in its people, investing in its culture, so that we can provide America the best border security we possibly can, effectiveness and efficiency-wise. And I'm a product of ATC. So I kind of want to focus on that, I think, today a little bit. And I'm going to apologize for all the people that wrote my notes. I'm going to blow them off. But I want you to know that all the success in me becoming commissioner really does come back to this. But it's not, when you say ATC or Monarch Hall, it seems so singular. And I think we forget, because I had a list of people I'm supposed to thank here, and I'm going to highlight a couple of them. But for every name on this piece of paper in front of me, I've learned from being in this organization for years, there's countless people behind that individual that did the real work. As the commissioner, I'm going to get a lot of credit and a lot of criticism for a lot of things that other people do. But I'm proud to do that because I love this organization. I actually was willing to come back because a lot of what happened here at ATC. So let me give you a little behind the curtain. So for those of you that forgot, U.S. Customs and Border Protection was born out of the ashes of 9/11, and some agencies were shoved together that didn't necessarily want to be together at that point in time. Advanced training, not the academy, is what fixed that and made CBP an actual culture, a family, and an organization. And it was intentional decisions by leadership that came before me that said, hey, to be what America wants us to be, what America needs us to be, we need to be one. So basically, ATC was the place where CBP, World Legacy, Border Patrol, Immigration, Customs, Ag, kind of got pushed together, and it was a safe space to have some tough conversations. Some fireside chats with some leadership that was outside of your chain of command and couldn't necessarily discipline you immediately. Freed up some opportunities. But I want to thank the leaders that came before us, and I really want to thank the leaders that are sitting here in front of you. I want to thank Chris. I want to thank facilities. I want to thank Army Corps of Engineers for the tactical piece of it. Council. I don't think there's anybody in CBP that hasn't benefited from and or invested in ATC. But it's not just about, giving our current leadership, a weekend away to like brainstorm. It literally has a direct impact on operations. So I'm going to highlight that for just a minute, and then I'll probably shut up. If you look at what this organization has done, and I don't mean to get political here, I just want you to think about this realistically. If you look at what this organization has done to secure the border since January 20th in a record amount of time, that had a lot to do with presidential policy and knowing you had top cover. But what it really had to do, like I talked about that cascading effect, right, was an organization that had literally been taught to not accept failure. And that's really what happened here at ATC. Different parts of the organization came together, but the culture in CBP, because of the investments we've made here, because of the investments you guys have made, because of your leadership, is an organization that while I was a policy advisor, while I was the chief of the Border Patrol, or now as commissioner, brings me a little synopsis of a problem that they discovered and the solution. And it's already moving forward. If I want to change it, I can, but it doesn't wait for other people to tell them what to do. Everybody in this organization has foundational principles of vigilance, service to their country, and integrity that we beat into them from day one. We beat into them here at ATC. And I think that just creates a culture that every American will be proud of. I'm very proud of what you guys do here. I just want to say thank you, and I'll close with that. Appreciate it.